Michał, my old friend. Buddy, how's it going?
What, do you need like money from me or something?
Yeah, I need money. Can you lend me 100 crowns?
100, it's not so bad.
No. And
For how long?
I'll pay it back. Actually, not for very long at all, because today I want you to explain the faces on Czech money.
You mean the characters then? Okay.
Exactly. Do you think you can do that?
Okay, I think I can do that.
Let's do it.
So you want to talk about the money, so I think
Show me the money!
Yes, I think I have enough. There should be 6 banknotes.
I should have asked you for more than 100 crowns.
I have just 5.
Okay.
So we have 5 banks, but we're gonna tell you all about it.
Nice.
Because from 100 crowns till 5,000, which I don't have, they are the famous Czech people from history. And actually from the 100 crowns till 5,000, it's like from the history to as recent as possible.
So the 100 crown, it's
The 100
the oldest.
yeah,
it's the oldest person,
and
and it
5,000
gets
is
more
it's
and
good.
more
Yes,
recent as
exactly.
I did not know that. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I think there will be lots of things here I
works
don't know.
in Czech Republic,
Okay,
but
cool.
I don't know about other countries, but it's how it is here.
It's not how it is
Okay.
in the US.
Okay, so let's start with Charles IV. He's on the 100 crowns.
You might also see him on the screen behind us.
It's possible, yeah. And he was the king, the Czech king, and he's very famous. He's from the 14th century. I think he's like famous over the borders of Czech
the
Republic.
most famous Czech ruler, yeah.
Yeah, he's a Czech ruler. There wasn't any Czech Republic at that time. But he wanted the Czech kingdom and the Prague to become the biggest of the Roman Empire. So
The Holy
yeah,
Roman Empire.
Yeah. So he became the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. But even before that, he concentrated on the Czech kingdom and wanted to be as great as possible. So he built a lot of things in Prague. You know, probably Charles Bridge. That's him.
Charles University.
Charles University.
Anything
many,
that's Charles.
Charles Bridge.
It's probably
And-
Charles IV. Yeah.
Yeah, even the things that are not called Charles. It's probably him.
Just so you know.
Just so you know, he's very famous and he's like the most favorite Czech personality of all the time.
He was a very, very interesting guy too. Yeah.
So on the 200 note, we have Jan Amos
Komensky, yeah.
You probably don't know anything about him. He was
actually.
Okay.
He was
He was a Czech philosopher,
yeah,
pedagogue, and theologian from
theologian.
theologian, whatever, from this
New word of the day, theologian.
theologian.
Moving on.
Okay.
I appreciate your effort.
Okay. He lived in the 16th century, and he is considered to be a father of the modern education. And he introduced the textbooks written in Czech instead of Latin that was like all the books around. So that's why we have it
So he
here.
created Czech textbooks, like a Czech education system.
Yes,
Okay.
because before that there wasn't many. Yeah, and
Cool.
you said
Cool.
you know something about him?
I think it's because I've lived in the Czech Republic
Okay.
for so much time. But I think in Europe he's known as one of the famous like educators and kind of an enlightened thinker.
Yeah.
A lot like with Erasmus, Erasmus Komensky. Yeah. So
Okay. On the 500 Czech crowns, we have Božena Němcová. She's a very famous female Czech writer, and her best-selling or the well-known novel is called Babička. It's grandmother in English, and it was based on her actually grandmother. And
why is it so famous?
it's famous because it's very readable, and it's one of the first like Czech novels written in Czech.
Okay, right.
And still now, like in the old, every Czech kid would at school had to learn or had to actually study the book, had to read it, because it has a little bit old sentences,
Old style,
yeah,
old-fashioned style.
but you can also get some information about how people lived at that time, because she actually lived in the 19th century, so not so far ago, but still it was very different.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
1,000 crown. That's František Palacký, and he was a Czech historian and a politician from the 19th century, and he was the most influential person of the Czech national revival. And he was also called the father of the nation.
If I remember correctly, the Czech national revival was the time in the 19th century when like there was no Czech country, so like the Austrians, Poles, Germans, everyone kind of mixed together a little bit. But there started to be this idea that there is a Czech nationality and Czech identity, and so he helped
basically all these people helped like Czech nationality by the time as it went
to create Czech people as like an individual and separate people, language, culture. Yeah.
Maybe only this one, which is Emmy Destinová. She did it in another way because she was an opera singer, and she was actually rejected in Prague. So she went to Berlin. She was famous there, and even she went to the Metropolitan Opera in New York. So maybe even Americans could know her.
Connection to America.
Yeah.
I don't know her, but I don't know many opera singers or any.
Yeah, but she's a world famous, and she had such a determination. She wasn't like some people even tell them that she should stop it. She's too ugly for it, and she doesn't have a voice. And still she became like the world's famous opera singer.
But if she had to leave the Czech Republic, what earns her the place on Czech money as like helping the Czech identity? Do you think it's because she was famous like outside of the Czech Republic?
Yeah, I think because she made the Czech people famous.
Okay.
Because even though she was rejected, she just was Czech.
Okay.
And the last one I don't have because I'm not so rich, so I don't have the 5,000. It's gonna be above Caleb's head.
And 5,000 crowns, by the way, that's more than $200 in one bill. So it's much bigger than our biggest American bill.
Yeah, that's why I don't have it. And it's Tomáš Garrigue Masaryk. We were talking about him already, but just to remind you, he was the first Czechoslovak president, and he was a politician before that, statesman, sociologist, and a philosopher. And he became the president in 1918.
Yeah, he was a very inspiring figure for.
Until now, he's like I think after the Charles IV, he's the most like favorite person from history.
Well, and
definitely one of the two, like the best presidents in Czech.
For more information about that, we have a whole video about. Well, the video is who is the president of the Czech Republic now, but Michal talks a lot about past presidents. Yeah. So, and that's the biggest one. Yeah. It means if they ever create a 10,000 crown bill, well, obviously it will be Havel.
It's gonna be Zeman.
Or Babiš, maybe. And on that note,
Yeah.
okay, Mikael, thank
Yeah.
you very much.
I think that's all about the money. On the coins, we don't have any. We have
Right.
just the lion there and.
See, and we might do like in the future. Maybe we can do another video about these pictures on the back. It's going to be a bit more abstract. The symbolism,
Well, the
the
symbolism.
deep meaning.
Yeah.
I'll let you research that first.
Yeah. Or you do that. I will leave that to you, maybe.
All right. Well,
Just
thank you.
if you want to know an extra information, the creator of all these pictures of the banks is Oldřich Kulhánek.
Oldřich
Yeah,
Kulhánek.
that's extra information.
Mhm. Okay.
If you want to need a lot more extra information about Czech Republic, please subscribe to this channel.
That's the way to do it.
And if you have some, if you have some questions that you want us to do the video, please use the comment section area, because this question was from one of you.
This question is the first question that we got from
Very
our
first.
fans on Twitter. So shout out to Twitter, join us there, and if you ask us a question about the Czech Republic, we'll try to answer it.
Well, actually, since we are such a small channel so far, you have a big chance of us answering. So you should use
It's
that.
true. Catch us now before we're
Yeah.
rich and famous and don't have time for you.
Yeah. Okay. So
Thanks for
see you
watching,
next
everyone.
time.
Bye.